Make a motion.
Do I have to? What is the status of this?
It's in Ray's office, waiting for Dave to sign it.
I would like to move that as a minimum, Joanne take a read through this and give us her review of it. And I guess in keeping with my other thought, I think all the board members ought to review it and provide comments also.
Is there a time frame where we have to have this back to them by such and such, or?
This is not urgent.
Why don't we have the previous utility president look at it as well?
That's all the better. All the better.
Well,
And her,
any action has to be taken by the board.
maybe you might be able to offer an opinion to her. Joanne,
I had some questions on this.
I said that previous board
Yeah, I heard.
utility might be able to help you.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think the discussion is probably worthwhile. Discussion having started.
Let me make a concrete proposal about how you want to do this. And there's a lot of different ideas around the table now. I think at least 3 that I counted.
Well, I think we ought to, it's in for your information, let's move it up to the action section. The board reviews it, brings its comments, and prepare to sign off at the August board meeting. In the interim, Joanne and whomever else has the right credentials can be looking at it and can come equipped at the board meeting to give us their position also. Our goal would be to sign it, to approve it at the August board meeting.
Which you will not do because you already have some heartburn with it.
Right. Well, okay, good point. We need to get somewhere in the interim. We need to get before.
So let's make a concrete proposal about how we get to signature that everybody can agree to by the August board meeting.
Can we review, I know we've got 2 or 3 more financial meetings this week. Can we review this by, say, 2 weeks hence? Everybody gets their comments to Wayne?
I would prefer,
Pick some other study.
I would prefer, I think we ought to have our lawyer look at it. That's what, if that's what we're gonna do, then I think we have Joanne.
Ladies, let's all have one meeting,
I'm
please.
sorry.
I think we have Joanne look at it, mark it up, and send it to us. I don't think we have anybody else. I don't think we have a former utility president. It's nothing to do with this. This is now. It's the legal issue you're concerned with. Let's have a look at it, get it to us, and then we could vote.
Render an opinion, and then we
Okay.
can review it prior to the next
Okay.
meeting.
I have,
What we need to do, if we're going to vote on something in August, we need to get a markup, we need to send it back to Aqua, we need to negotiate point by point with Aqua, so we're all on the same page, and when it gets presented to the board, we know we're presenting something to the board that Aqua will also agree to. It's the only way to do these things. You can't agree on one side, everybody agree at committee on one side, and then have it fall off the table on the other. And then they do the same and bring it back to us, and then we say that's no good.
Can
And it will be here in August of 2009.
Can that be done in a month?
I can have it marked up by Friday.
All right,
That's
with
good
the
enough.
board empower Joanne as the sole person marking this up on the board's behalf. And I will present that markup to Aqua to try to get agreement and try to bring back the negotiated contract in August. Based on markup that's provided by Joanne.
Can I ask you a question? I've lost track of the meetings. We have 2 meetings at Digest here this week?
We meet Wednesday.
We have a meeting Wednesday night, and the financial people have a meeting
Oh, okay,
Thursday.
okay.
So you only have Wednesday.
Okay.
Yes, Dave.
Yeah, as I read through this thing for the first time, I've got some questions that are not legal, some issues that have nothing to do with the law.
Could we talk on the phone now?
Can we just pass that to you,
Yeah.
our concerns?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine then.
Yeah.
And Johnny, you can do the same thing.
Mhm.
You have some things that aren't necessarily legal.
Yeah, I will understand.
You're everything's passing to Joanne.
Everybody passing Joanne, and you're empowering Joanne to be the
Collective.
collector and the provider of the markup on behalf of the board.
Okay, could we make a deal that you'll, what's today, Monday, that you could give me your comments by Wednesday night, and then I'll try to mark this up on Thursday, so that I don't hold up.
Okay, so everybody's cool with that? I have a motion on this? I don't think we need a motion, do we? We just determined action, we tabled any action, determined process for the next
It wasn't
action.
an action item to begin with, so we don't need a motion.
Right. Okay, and Joanne, you'll get that, something to me,
By Brian,
wait,
does that have to be,
it doesn't have to be quite that quick, but
okay.
within the next 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah,
So
absolutely.
I can carry it back to Aqua and I
Okay,
can negotiate any issues that occur with them.
Do
okay.
you have any trouble with that?
Yeah, I had some real tough points on this that I negotiated out. They had in here that they had the right to cut any tree in Lake Holiday if it bothered them. Inside or outside the easement.
But now they can do it anywhere inside the
But
easement.
now they can only do it inside the easement, they can still do it at
And
their own.
yes, and you have to grant them that. If the damn tree is growing a root through their
But why
water
not, but
line.
why not have them go, you've given them authority that we don't even have. They don't have to go to our architectural people to get, but we do.
But they're a utility, it's different when it's a
Why?
utility. Because it's emergency stuff that has to be, you can't have to go without
I
water or
bet you
whatever
that's
for
not-
days until it can be voted on by a committee.
If the power company comes through here and
Yeah,
says, I've gotta cut those tree
They're
limbs
gonna
out,
do it.
they're just gonna do it.
All right.
Because provision of utility is more important than your architectural rules. All right,
But I do have a question on the actual easement themselves, just looking at it. I'm just curious, why is there an easement, the road, the asphalt road that runs towards the clubhouse the whole way? What's that about?
You have a water line. It goes to the fire hydrant.
Is fire hydrant right at the end of that?
Yeah, right
Okay,
there.
Okay. Why, does this figure of 50 feet from the well site, is that mandated by the state?
yeah,
Is it circular or is it?
it's circular,
Oh, they didn't use circles.
I know.
Well, it makes a huge difference, because this is, 10,000 square feet for each well. That's a lot of trees. So I'd rather see a circle personally, if that's what the law says.
Yeah.
And that's what their verbiage implies, radius. And yet, look at this, that doesn't look like a circle.
They couldn't figure out how to do that on the flat machine.
And I'm just asking the question, I don't know if anybody else cares about that.
Done in AutoCAD and it's not real difficult. It's a simple one-line verbal instruction to draw a circle.
It looks like they have it all surveyed. I mean, they got iron rods set.
Mhm. Okay,